Hey everyone, this is Jaybird and welcome to another StarCraft 2 commentary. Today we're going to have a PvZ on Lost Temple. In the right hand position we do have yellow Protoss, Lamabot, not really sure about that name. This one a little easier, blind in the left hand position, the orange Zerg player. Big thank you to one of you two who sent me this game. Uh, a Redditor sent me this game, and I'm not sure which one of you guys sent it to me, so my apologies there, but thank you for submitting your game for me to cast. And if you out there have a game that you would like me to cast, I would love to cast it. Please send it to jaybirdsstarcraft@gmail.com. So far I'd say about 95% of my replays have completely been user submitted. Haven't had to go looking for too many replays, but I always like to look for things that are kind of crazy off the wall, things you don't see every day. That's sort of my preamble ramble that I always kind of say at the beginning of the game. So sorry if you listen to my games a lot and hear me all the time. Still trying to get the word out though. But other than that, I'll get right back into the game here. We just have some normal scouting positions going about here at this point in time. I don't think that Overlord saw that probe, so that it's not going to be revealed that they are in the cross positions, which is usually an indication of not much aggression going on early. And here we go, throwing down a forge for the yellow Protoss player. And I'm not really sure what level of play this is, but usually when you see a forge, it does indicate some sort of proxy pylon going down, or perhaps, like the cannon rush, or this exactly that we're seeing here. The cannon contain is very popular nowadays in PvZ, throwing down these two pylons to block off the ramp and contain them in the base, and then throwing down a cannon, which should be going down any second, I would imagine here, as soon as he gathers just enough minerals to throw that down. But that does force the Zerg into a pretty uncomfortable position, forcing them to get some sort of units with range down here, and obviously the early units, Roach, Zergling, and Queen, is not going to be able to do much in this situation. But he is throwing down a hatchery already in his base. I'm not sure. He did throw that down, I think, immediately after he saw that probe, so maybe he just saw this was coming. Maybe he got a scout off on the forge down here and just preemptively threw down this hatch. And it looks like he just kind of humors the yellow player by, okay, I'll come down. Uh-oh, yeah. So I don't know if Blind, I think he kind of has an idea of what's going on here, because he did get that hatchery down super quickly, but he's still going to have to do something about this contain, and this probe just kind of hanging out here still. Not sure if looks like he's building up minerals to, yes. So he is gonna take this expansion as well to add insult to injury, and taking the natural of Blind, who's instead just kind of hanging out in his base at this point, building up, getting a spine crawler as well. This is a pretty nice putting the hatchery here, getting this creep out here right away, and you should be able to perhaps do something with these spine crawlers if they can get into range. And the proxy hatchery coming in as a little response here. That there must have been a drone that snuck through the defenses here. Obviously, I have a feeling this has not been seen. It has not, so he really has no clue. So yeah, that's one way to deal with the contain. If you have your drone out already, just throw down a hatchery. Then you don't really have to worry about it. You can just start building your dudes right there in the base. So this is sort of a rule about scouting. Always make sure to scout out your base here. So yeah, yellow doesn't know that that is currently there. I don't think he has a gate. He is throwing down his first gateway all the way over here, preparing for an attack. So transferring a few probes at this point. Take a quick look at the income. They are pretty even on probes and harvesters, I should say. And orange is slightly ahead still, just barely. But very nice for orange. He did get that spine crawler in, and he is taking down these pylons at this point. So this should open up the base. It's still going to be a little hard at this point, because it looks like there are these two cannons which will not be powered down, because Lambot is throwing down these extra pylons to power those up. Cybernetics core going down as well. But at least at this point, Blind is not going to have to be worried about being stuck in his base. And then, of course, over here, yeah. So we do have a queen coming out. Looks like there's a drone just kind of hanging out inside of that egg. No, don't want to worry about those rally points here. As this creep spreads, it will be interesting to see if the yellow player can see this. At this point, wow, it's just, I mean, I don't know if you could have planned that any better. You just you cannot see this. It's just the perfect distance from the fog there. Throwing down a couple stargates. So if Blind is going to do anything, he's going to have to do it fast. Taking a quick look at the units, still just a queen and just probes for Lambot. Very interesting. But here come the spine crawlers. So 3 spine crawlers being built. Queen coming in. I don't think you can see that yet, just out of range. But this creep tumor right here is going to be the final reveal that, yes, there is indeed a hatchery in your base. Interestingly enough, more drones are coming down. I thought a few Zerglings, I mean, probes are definitely nothing to laugh at against a few Zerglings, but spine crawlers, yeah, they're nice. And here comes the Nidus Worm. Didn't even see that get thrown down here. But at this point, does he even have units yet? He has 1 Hydralisk and 1 Queen in the base here. So it'll be interesting to see the probes running out here, and they're not even going to try. They're just going to go for it. They're just running, fleeing for their lives. But we do have 2 Void Rays coming out. One is just about to be finished here. These Hydralisks taking down the gateways from the side here, transferring these probes over. And these spine crawlers are going to make quick work of the main base over here. 1 Forge sitting lowly over here. Void Rays are out, and they're just charging up on their own buildings here, trying to get that max power before they go in. And going to focus down the Hydralisks here. So even so, yellow is in it's still, I think, yellow's game at this point. Just because I would have liked to seen some more, perhaps just Zerglings or something coming down over here instead of going mass spine crawlers, because they're just going to be stuck over there at that point. But anyways, Void Rays are into the base. And this is not looking good. More Hydralisks coming out. Taking these Void Rays. This Void Ray does have to be careful. He could lose that one. 2 kills on that Void Ray. This one is going to fall. There are plenty of Hydralisks out now. Take care of these Void Rays. And now, it's kind of shifting back into Blind here. Because if I'm Protoss and I'm using Void Rays, I do not like to see mass Hydralisks. Not something I am in favor of if I have Void Rays. So we still have just the 5 out, but it's just not going to be able to take this guy down. Staying just out of range of a few of them. Can't really get attacking there, so they're going to fall back. Still, though, just kind of hanging out here. Zerg is just going to expand over here. Not even going to worry about it. Got plenty of defense over here in terms of spine crawlers. And that Nidus network has stayed up, so he could still get some reinforcements from the other hatchery if need be. Throwing down spore crawlers as well. Void Rays coming in, and they're going to start focusing down. We'll see if these Hydralisks can take them down. He does take that down very quickly. This one only has 2 kills, and this is just not working out for Lamabot at this point in game. OP. And has left the game. So I guess that's kind of the equivalent of GG if you are a big spoil sport. You big jerk. Alright, that was inappropriate. Should not be calling this guy jerk. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this game. That was a fun, quick little game. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you everyone around next time.